on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com. Here with the Wraparound, we're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Monday, December 4th, 2023. Before we get into it, though, if you like this content, please make sure you smash that like button. It helps us out a ton. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my NHL breakaway, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Let's make you guys some money. It's holiday season. Presents are expensive. Trust me, I know. So let's make you guys some cash. But got a 6-game NHL card locked and loaded on Monday. Busiest league out of all the sports going on. Got Monday Night Football and NBA going at it as well. NHL said, nah, business as usual for us. 6 games. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game takes us to the Wells Fargo Center, where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Pittsburgh Penguins in a rematch from just a couple of nights ago on December 2nd. It was a 4-3 shootout win for the Philadelphia Flyers. And there's not really much place for me to go from a side in this game because both of these teams have had issues on the second half of a home and home. Pittsburgh 1-6 in their last 7 in the second leg of a home and home, and Philly 0-6 in their last 6 on the second half of a home and home. So back and forth between these two teams. There's not a lot to separate them. The Penguins have won 7 of the last 9 meetings, but again, Pittsburgh's just not in great form again. They've lost 6 of their last 9, so don't necessarily want to lay juice with them on the road, but I can't trust the Flyers. What I am going to do here is take the under 6.5 because, I thought we were headed for an under in that last matchup, and we finished just over at 7 goals. But you look at head-to-head between these two teams, the previous 4 meetings prior to the matchup on the second, all went under the total. They were max, usually a 4-2 or even 5-1 game. I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than that. I could see another 4-2 result here, so I'm going to take the under 6.5 in this one. Next, we head to the Amalie Arena for another rematch. As this time, the Tampa Bay Lightning host the Dallas Stars. And when these two teams met just a couple nights ago, it was all Dallas all night in that game as the Tampa Bay Lightning were destroyed 8-1 in that game. And what's alarming for, or what should be alarming for the Tampa Bay Lightning is that game was in Dallas, where Dallas hasn't played their best hockey this season. At home this year, they're 6-4-1. On the road, 8-1-2. And now we head to Tampa Bay with the Lightning. They got the win in Andre Vasilevsky's return when they were in Carolina. That was great. But since then, they've lost 4 in a row. And even more alarming, they've only scored 5 goals in those 4 games. I know the Tampa Bay Lightning have a solid offense. They have one of the best power plays in the NHL. But you're going up against the Dallas defense that just doesn't give up a ton of power plays. And even then, the penalty kill, 3rd best in the NHL. So I just think this is a spot where I'm just not going out of my way to lay juice with the Tampa Bay Lightning just because they're at home here, especially when the Dallas Stars, like I said, have played their better hockey on the road. So give me the Dallas Stars on the money line in this one. Up next, we head to the Canada Life Center, where the Winnipeg Jets take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And this is going to be an interesting matchup for me between two teams that, I definitely have high hopes for as we progress throughout the season. The Carolina Hurricanes, in the slightly better spot right now. They've won 5 of their last 7 games. They're coming off of a big win over the Buffalo Sabres, while the Winnipeg Jets, they snapped their 3-game losing streak with a 3-1 win over the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, head-to-head, it's been all Carolina, but I still can't shake just how well the Winnipeg Jets have played at home. I'm still a little bit concerned at times about the goaltending for the Carolina Hurricanes. But the one thing that has stood out as of late is that Carolina's goaltending has actually been decent, but they're always capable of throwing in a clunker here and there. But for the most part, they've given up 2 goals or less, but so have the Winnipeg Jets. So rather than try to decipher this game, pick out a side, I do lean towards Carolina if forced to pick a side. But my better play is going to be the under 6.5, and I'm going to take the 3-2 correct score on both sides. I'm going to just sprinkle on both sides. One of them hits, we were laughing at that point. But Carolina to win 3-2, paying plus 2,200. Winnipeg to win 3-2, paying off plus 1,800. Definitely worth the sprinkle in my eyes, but the main bet here going to be the under 6.5. Now we head to the Bell Center, where the Montreal Canadiens take on the Seattle Kraken. And I've gone back and forth on this game because neither one of these teams are in great form right now. They both have 3 wins in their last 10 games. And Seattle on a 4-game losing streak, while Montreal's lost back-to-back games. And for Montreal, the road team has won 5 of their last 6 games overall. So, but the Seattle Kraken, not necessarily the same team on the road they were last season. They're 4-5-3 on the road. Montreal 5-7-1. So you're really splitting hairs here, I think, if you're trying to get on a side. So that being said, I know I don't always do this. Sometimes I defer to the total, but this is a spot where I'm actually going to take a shot on the value with the plus money with Montreal. Like I said, I've just gone back and forth here. So between two teams that I think should be priced closer to a coin flip, and we're getting plus 126 with the underdog, I'm going to take Montreal here to take a game at home. Up next, we're heading to the Mullet Arena where the Arizona Coyotes are taking on the Washington Capitals. And the Arizona Coyotes, this is a team that continues to run hot and cold. They can provide value in a lot of spots, and there's other ones where you're kind of left scratching your head wondering what just happened. But I look at the Washington Capitals, and I look at so far the first few games of this West Coast road trip, which this is the last leg of, and we've seen mixed results from the Caps. They got blown out by the Vegas Golden Knights, but they also took out the LA Kings and Anaheim Ducks on the road. But they also started this road trip with a 2-1 loss to San Jose. So, you can make the case either way here. But as far as I'm concerned, they still lost to San Jose. They're still coming off a loss to Vegas. And now they go into a tough building in Arizona. Yeah, it's only a 5,000 seat building. I think they share it with Arizona State. But Arizona's turned this home ice into a bit of an advantage. They're already 7-4 at home this season. The Coyotes have won 4 straight games. They've won 3 straight at home. They got another home game after this before heading out on the road. I think the Washington Capitals just want to get back home personally. I like this Arizona Coyotes team. I don't back them all the time just because I still wonder if they're still the Arizona Coyotes of old. Maybe that's me hanging my own personal stigma on them. But I still think they got a shot here. Connor Ingram has really carved out a place in goal for the Arizona Coyotes. He's been outstanding in his last few starts. I think the Coyotes take this one at home. So I'm going to take the Arizona Coyotes on the money line in this one. Our final game on Monday's card takes us to Vegas, to the T-Mobile Arena, where the Golden Knights host the St. Louis Blues. And the Vegas Golden Knights are back on track, back-to-back wins after a 4-1 win over the Washington Capitals in their last matchup. And that followed up the 4-1 win over the Vancouver Canucks. And, the St. Louis Blues on the other side, last year they were probably the streakiest team I had ever seen in all my time covering hockey. They would always go on multiple game winning streaks and losing streaks. They would never have that win one, lose one. This year, it's been the complete opposite. There have been very few multi-game runs that the Blues have been on. A lot of it's been the win one, lose one kind of mentality. So if you look at their pattern, look at the recent run of games, you think that maybe this is a good spot for the St. Louis Blues to potentially pick up a victory. I would say not so fast. The Vegas Golden Knights, they're back to playing solid hockey at home. They're 9-2-1 at home this season. And the St. Louis Blues, they played their better hockey at home themselves. 7-3 at home compared to a 5-7-1 mark on the road. You got Vegas still number 2 in the NHL in goals allowed per game. And I just think that the Vegas Golden Knights at home, completely different team, allowing 1.75 goals per game at home this season. I think that St. Louis just in a bit of a rough spot here. So I'm going to take the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going to split my bet. I'm going to take the Vegas Golden Knights in regulation at minus 145. I'm also going to take them on the puck line here. I could see a 4-2, 5-2 kind of game here. So I'm going to take the Golden Knights in regulation and on the puck line to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Monday, December 4th, 2023. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you got notifications on to get the newest and most up-to-date content here at Pick Dawgz. And a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, you got to head over to pickdawgz.com and click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. And also make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.